Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Wednesday, July 20th, 2022. Let's start with the Forex calendar. Some data had been published overnight as usual, and the most important of them are EHA new home sales, of course, and the RBA Governor's Love gave a speech at around 1 a.m. During the London session, we got CPI data from the UK, and forecast is 9.3%, which is more than 9.1% last time. We got the CPI input and a PPI input data scheduled for release at 8 o'clock as well. From the Germany, we got the German PPI at 8 o'clock scheduled for release as well. Here, the forecast is 1.3%, and the previous reading was 1.6%. So some kind of a decrease is expected here. If there is an increase above 1.6%, this is a huge surprise. Quarter past 1, there is a German Buba Mauder that will give a speech, basically, and later on we got some data from the Canada and from the US core CPI, of course, and RMPI data from the Canada are scheduled for release 2:30. CPI is expected to decrease from 6.9% to 5.1%. Again, any increase above 6.1% will be a huge surprise. And then we got existing home sales data scheduled for release at 4 p.m. and crude oil inventories scheduled for release at 4:30. So pretty intense day with some of the key data scheduled for release during generally all day. So please keep an eye on this data, and we are going to start our analysis from the possible CPI impact on the British pound on a daily time frame chart. Cable daily time frame chart looks bullish. Last 4 days it was a bull run towards the level of 1.2035. We didn't cross this level yet. The market was rejected 2 times from that level, and we need to close above this level in order to continue the up move towards the key short-term technical resistance 1.2161, 1.2187. So this is the zone. We got, of course, the weak trend line here. It's weak because it has only 1 point here. However, momentum is increasing, and it's about to hit the level of 50, which is the level of which is the neutral level that separates negative from the positive sentiment. It might be as well around the level of 1.2161, 1.2187. Nevertheless, still this bounce is being perceived as corrective, because the last bounce was, as you can see here, let me just pull it up, 3.97%. So we need to bounce at least here to at least that much to have an overbalance, basically, right? So even if we break above 1.2187, it's still 3.61. So there is some sort of the up move missing. We need to break at least, I think, the next technical level, which is 1.2326. So that's the British pound. Let's find out what's going on the British pound to Japanese yen. And this situation here is very interesting. What do we have here? We have a breakout above the short-term trend line around the level of 164, and we got 5 days of impulsive advance. We are right now trading around the level of 166, and this is very, very important level. I think it's some sort of the Fibonacci retracement as well. Let me just put this secondary technical resistance. 1.67 is 87, 1.68 70. Those levels are the technical resistance, and those levels are the target for the bulls, of course. We got the lows made here, so that's not a problem for us anymore. And right now, how much we have retraced? I guess we have retraced more than 61% already. There you go, we have retraced more than 61%, so we have another impulsive wave to the upside on the British pound. This is still the key technical resistance, 1.6870. So if we take a look here on the bigger perspective, there you go, you got the same situation here, possible double top. However, market wants to test it again, so this is the current outlook for the British pound to Japanese yen. Outlook is bullish, momentum is positive, higher levels are being expected. Let's take a look at the US dollar to the Canadian dollar. US dollar to the Canadian dollar broke above 1.3079 on a daily time frame chart. However, the last high made at the level of 1.3222 didn't last long, because our cup and a handle formation just broke, and right now we got this local high. Let me just put it on the screen. We got this local high, of course, very nice breakout. However, it's been faded by the bulls, so this scenario is right now abandoned. Basically, we got the technical resistance at 1.3222, 1.3079. All of those levels are now violated, and this is of course a bearish engulfing. So let me just put it on the screen. This is the bearish engulfing pattern, and it's not really helpful for the bulls. Right now we are approaching the level of 1.2820, which is of course a technical support, and if we break below this level and close below this level, we might even end up with 1.2520 by the end of the week. So please keep an eye on this kind of a technical support, because it's important. A technical support below this support has plenty of room to the downside towards the lower level. So that's the situation on the US dollar to the Canadian dollar. Let's just find out what's going on the US dollar index. As you can see, finally, after the bearish engulfing pattern was made, we got some sort of the correction. We got some sort of the pullback. Right now, we are already 2%, yeah, 265% lower. So this is the bigger correction than the last one. We are waiting for another down wave here, and the next target for the bears is seen, of course, at the level of 105.78, and if we hit this level, the US dollar index will be minus 3.20% lower from the high at 109.29. So nice correction on the US dollar index. Nothing to worry about. However, it looks pretty much intense. And the last but not least, let's take a look at the crude oil. The crude oil, after the very big and nice pin bar here, let me just put it on the chart. This is the pin bar formation. Looks like a hammer. This pin bar formation released just below 93.05. The actual low was 90.56. Has made this rally possible. So we are back towards the level of 104.84. We are back above the $100 per barrel. However, the momentum looks tight, and the momentum still is below the level of 50. So despite the fact that we bounced, the bears have a control over this market, and the crude oil moves inside of the descending channel. Any close below the recent low at 90.56 will make possible another move to the downside Let me just change the color of this line. Will make possible move to the downside towards the level of 85.65. This is the next target for BES. That's everything from me for today. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. So take care and bye bye.